Can I share something else I've noticed? Most business owners don't wake up one morning and decide they want to become the bottleneck. It happens gradually. One quick decision, one rescue, one approval, one difficult conversation, one I'll deal with it this time, until one day you realise every people issue still comes back to you. If that's happening in your business, I don't think it's an accident. I do think that it's a pattern. One business owner said something to me that I've heard many times over the years. I don't know why my managers keep asking me. I wish they'd just make the decision. And as we talked it through, he realised something. Every time a difficult conversation came up, he was actually stepping in. Every time someone wanted approval, he gave the answer. Without even ever intending, he trained everyone to come back to him. Not because they lacked ability, but because that's what the business had learned. We often think owner dependency is caused by managers. I don't actually think that. I think businesses unintentionally teach dependency through the habits they create. Managers simply respond to that environment they're working in. And owner dependency isn't created by weak managers, it's created by well intentioned habits repeated over time. Every time you rescue a manager today, you reduce their confidence for tomorrow, and that's worth thinking about. When your business was smaller, it made perfect sense. You knew every employee, you dealt with every conversation, you made every decision. And that's exactly what your business needed at that point. But as your business grows, those same habits quietly become the reason managers don't build confidence. So every time you step in, your manager learns something. Sometimes they learn the owner will deal with that difficult conversation. Sometimes they might learn I'd better check before making the decision. Sometimes they'll learn it's safer to escalate. And none of this is deliberate, but over time, the business does train that dependency. It feels helpful, but every rescue delays your managers developing judgment. And eventually, you become the decision maker for dozens of situations that shouldn't need you. Decisions making is then slow. Managers lose confidence. People are waiting. Growth slows. The business becomes increasingly dependent on one person, you. Growing businesses don't become owner dependent overnight. They become owner dependent one decision at a time. The encouraging part of all of this is if dependency is created through repeated behaviours, it can also be reduced through repeated behaviours. And that's where trusted managers begin. So this week, I'd like you to notice every time you're about to rescue a manager. Instead of giving the answer, ask a question around what do you think that we should do? And then listen. That one question encourages managers to think rather than simply escalate. It's a small change, but over time, it will build judgment. The goal isn't for managers to stop asking questions. The goal is for them to become confident enough to work through situations before bringing them to you. That's how confidence grows. And that's how businesses become less dependent on their owners. So you're watching the Trusted Manager Foundation series at the moment, and now we've uncovered how owner dependency develops, I'd like to look at what is really costing your business. So my suggestion on what to watch next is about the hidden cost of being the person everyone comes to. Because the biggest cost isn't your diary, it's what those interruptions stop your business from becoming.